organic, unpredictable, unknown, lovely, beautiful, a sense of fulfillment. This is part of the pleasures of life and not the chores of life.
Coming up on Daily Iowan TV, Iowa's #1 party status. Did students choose Iowa for the booze?
And a new LGBTQ clinic is changing local medicine for Iowa students.
And in sports, the Black and Gold finally named their starting quarterback. Find out who in just a bit.
Your very first fall edition of Daily Iowan TV coming your way now.
I'm Tom Brokaw. For more than 100 years now, the University of Iowa community has been waking up to the Daily Iowan. Today, it's the largest newsroom in eastern Iowa. And now you can see the news every night on Daily Iowan TV and get it anytime worldwide at dailyiowan.com.
Good evening and welcome to your Sunday edition of Daily Iowan TV. I'm Reed Chandler.
And I'm Rebecca Hager.
And just as another school year at the UI starts up, the Princeton Review released its annual rankings, and Iowa took the lead in a controversial topic, the top party school in the nation. I took a look at how the Princeton Review decided Hawkeyes party hardest.
According to a new survey by the Princeton Review, the University of Iowa is the #1 party school in America for 2013. So congratulations to and shame on them.
It was a 4-year climb to the top for the University of Iowa. 8th, 4th, 2nd, and now #1. The Princeton Review surveyed 126,000 students across the country. It bases its party school rankings off 3 categories: amount of drinking, Greek life, and time spent studying. Students surveyed said Iowa is a laid-back, very social school with minimal requirements. And don't forget those football tickets by June. UI spokesman Tom Moore told the press in a statement, quote, "In each of the last 4 years, alcohol harm to our students has decreased. It is, frankly, still too high. We are heartened, though, by the steady progress we have made and are committed to continuing this progress." The CDC defines binge drinking as consuming 5 or more of any of these standard drinks for men or 4 or more of any of these standard drinks for women in a 2-hour period. This may not seem like a lot to you if you're in college, but if you go to the University of Iowa and you're doing this, you've actually contributed to the #1 party school ranking Iowa received this year. Some students told us the party reputation at Iowa is no secret.
Obviously, I was aware of the party school kind of reputation, and it definitely was a positive, but it wasn't the main reason I chose here. First was school, definitely the second was football and that kind of environment, but I mean, I'm not going to say the party school didn't hurt.
But others had no idea.
I know they had a really good med school, so I came here. I had no idea about any social scene at Iowa before I got here.
Whether students are here for the books or the booze, being #1 is sure to have students in a celebratory mood. Reed Chandler, Daily Iowan TV.
The #1 party status doesn't come without concern. This fall, the people of Iowa City will vote yet again on whether 19 and 20-year-olds can stay in bars past 10 p.m. Daily Iowan TV's Tasha Woods has the story.
Hundreds of people go out at 10 p.m. in downtown Iowa City. Hundreds of people go out for one reason.
#1 party school, America!
But students say it's all a part of the college experience.
It's kind of a big deal around here, I guess because it's a college town.
It's been 3 years since the bar entry-level age was raised from 19 to 21. Now that ordinance is being challenged for the second time.
2 petitioners who signed the petition and gathered signatures to put it on a referendum. One is an owner of the Union Bar and the other is a manager at Martini's Bar.
But the council unanimously stands by the 21 ordinance.
They believe that this would lead to a lot of house parties and disruption of the near neighborhoods, and the police just simply hasn't seen that come to fruition.
So it's up to the city and its voters.
And that decision decide whether or not this entire Ped Mall will be filled with underage drinkers after 10 p.m.
Tasha Woods, Daily Iowan TV.
And the new students are ringing in the new school year. The incoming class of 2017 gathered at the heart of campus today to celebrate the end of On Iowa. On Iowa transitions freshmen to university life, and the president, provost, and freshman representative spoke to the crowd about what it means to be a Hawkeye. The event symbolizes students' commitment to live and learn together.
The UI Main Library has gone from tech-challenged to tech-savvy. The inviting new space has 18 group study rooms. Each room is fully equipped for easier group projects. For those who like to work alone, there are 100 new computers throughout the library. These new amenities make studying a little bit more pleasant. And for some students, maybe even fun.
I am obsessed with it. It's so much better than the old one. The old one was like kind of creepy and old and kind of smelled weird and didn't have much actual space to study, and this is so much better.
And in sports, we recap the top stories from our programming break.
But first, your weather forecast from Marissa Mahalik. Marissa, I hear it's going to be a hot start to school.
Yes, Rebecca, a very hot start. I hope incoming students brought more than just their fall apparel to school, because a big heat blanket is about to cover Iowa City. Tomorrow should feel a lot like today with mostly sunny skies. The morning will kick off with temperatures in the 80s, but by the afternoon rolls around, we could see 95 degrees. Then tomorrow evening will bring a little bit of a relief at 84 degrees. The rest of the week will continue to heat up. Tuesday it will be sunny again with temperatures reaching 102 degrees. Wednesday and Thursday will reach the upper 90s, but a slight chance of rain could cool things down a little. Friday and Saturday will be partly cloudy and a little bit cooler, and there's a 50% chance of rain Friday. Stay cool and don't forget that sunscreen walking to class. Back to you two at the desk.
And thanks for that, Marissa. We have our health reporter, Muriel Kone, on standby with our first ever segment of Medical Minute. Muriel, what do you have for us?
Thank you, Reed, and welcome to Medical Minute, where we strive to bring you the very latest stories in medicine happening right here in Iowa and beyond. Now, what if you went to a doctor's office and they told you, sorry, I don't know how to take care of you? It sounds a little like a foreign concept to many, but that is a common response for transgendered patients. And now, thanks to a team of University of Iowa doctors, that may soon be a thing of the past. The idea came a couple falls ago while Dr. Nicole Neasley and Dr. Katie Emorick were attending a trans collaboration event in the area.
Afterwards, we chatted, and she said, I want to open up an LGBTQ clinic. And I thought, yeah, I mean, I would love to open that up too, but how's that going to happen?
2 years later, the LGBTQ clinic opened in October last year at the University of Iowa's River Landing facility. Meet Vicki Byers, 46, transgendered, and a regular patient at the clinic. And she says it took a long time to finally pursue her current journey.
I didn't know that anybody would ever take me seriously. I thought I'd be miserable for the rest of my life.
Vicki typically drives 2 hours from Des Moines, Iowa just for her appointments, and the doctors are saying that this is a regular commute for most of their patients who come from Davenport, Waterloo, and Cedar Rapids.
Nearly half of their patients identify as transgendered and drive a long way to Iowa City because they can't get this kind of care in their hometowns. This is partly because not enough physicians are able to care for them.
It's health disparity at its worst, where people are not getting good care, people are not well prepared to take care of them.
No additional medical knowledge is needed to effectively care for these patients, but the doctors did face some challenges.
We faced system barriers, and there was not really a person or somebody saying no, but it was more the way systems were set up.
The clinic hopes to create an open space for patients to feel comfortable and provide quality care so that all are well received. The clinic is open every Tuesday from 5:30 to 7 p.m.
Thanks for that, Muriel. And for your top stories around the world. A wave of violence swept Iraq today. Insurgents killed at least 46 people in several attacks. They struck random targets like coffee shops and wedding parties. The attacks are the latest in months of killing throughout the country. Some are questioning the security forces' ability to protect the country against civil war. Attacks have been on the rise since the security crackdown in April at a Sunni protest camp.
And an update on the alleged chemical attack in Syria that killed hundreds. The Syrian government says they will allow United Nations weapons inspectors to investigate the scene, but U.S. officials say it's too little too late. They question the credibility of an investigation that comes 5 days after the original assault.
A Swiss city of Zurich is working on a solution to prostitution in the form of a drive-through. To decrease the amount of street-walking prostitutes, the city will open the drive-through on Monday. Customers order and then stop at the booth. The measure cost the city $2.2 million.
And now for a look at the latest in Hawkeye sports, let's toss it over to Chelsea Brown, who is standing by in the Daily Iowan TV sports studio. Chelsea?
Yeah, a little different, but not majorly different. And the big thing is going to be, how they perform, and see if there's a difference there. And right now, at least, there hasn't been. So, but camp's a funny thing. It really reveals a lot of things as you go along, typically.
Just a few weeks ago, Kirk's crew did not have a man under the center for the 2013 campaign. As of this weekend, Jake Rudock will be getting the keys to the black and gold offense from the Hawks head man after beating out both C.J. Beathard and Cody Sokol for the starting job. Rudock, who did not take any snaps in 2012 and redshirted in 2011, has plenty to show for on his resume. The 6'3" sophomore holds career records for total yards, touchdown passes, completions, and wins at St. Thomas Aquinas High School in Western Florida, where he won 3 state championships and 2 national titles, also school records. USA Today named him their Player of the Year as a senior in 2010, giving offensive coordinator Greg Davis the flexibility to gamble on the offensive side of the ball, with Rudock also holding career records for passing efficiency and completions percentage.
Get up for the return of the state's finest attraction. The players are prepared and anxious to get things started, and this time you too can be ready for every Saturday on the gridiron. Download the Daily Iowan app for your iPad or iPhone for your official playbook to the 2013-2014 Iowa Hawkeyes football season, and be sure to check out everything black and gold all season long on dailyiowan.com.
Thanks, Chelsea. That wraps up our Sunday newscast tonight. You can read more about what's going on around campus in Monday's pages of the Daily Iowan. We've got a sneak peek right here for you.
You can read about the evolution of On Iowa and what incoming students have been learning about.
Also, read UISG's agenda for the year.
And finally, learn what construction you can look for around campus this year.
And that's your latest edition of Daily Iowan TV. Be sure to check us out at the same time tomorrow or anytime online at dailyiowan.com.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you here tomorrow.